Hey, this is Realtor Ray Patrick down here in South Florida, your favorite real estate agent. Today we're going to talk about moving from Illinois down to South Florida. Do I have any regrets? Now be sure and hit the like and subscribe button because we're putting out new video every week and you don't want to miss out on that. Go ahead, ring that bell down below. Also, want to know what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play in South Florida? This is a channel for you. Now we get people reaching out to us all the time and we absolutely love it. So you can reach out by phone, text, email, heck, you can even send a message in a bottle. As you can see, that will work too. Now it's kind of a windy morning. We just had a storm roll through, but let's get to it. So I moved down here, I was right in the middle of the pandemic, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what that's like versus living in Illinois. Now I live in a fantastic place, Singer Island. It's part of Riviera Beach. I'm just north of West Palm, just south of Juno and Jupiter, east of Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm Beach. I live in an amazing place. You can see it. This is what I see every day. Let's get started out with the things that I really like. One is it's a very healthy environment. There's lots of activities you can do year-round, outdoors, indoors, whatever you want to do, but especially outdoors. You can play tennis, you can golf all the time, lots of water sports. I've done things I've never really done before, like snorkeling and tennis. Now, could I have done that in Illinois? Yeah, but it's a lot more fun down here when you're in this beautiful water and you're seeing amazing fish and wildlife. The other thing is the weather. Now the weather down here, it can get extremely hot in the summer, but it gets hot in Illinois and it gets humid in Illinois. Matter of fact, it's probably worse. It'll get up in the 90s, but you know what? When it gets that hot, you just go inside in the air conditioner, have a cool drink and cool off, or jump in the pool, jump in the ocean, whatever you want to do.
Swimming pool? That's right.
So when you're up there freezing and it's minus 10 in the middle of January, down here it's maybe 75, 80 degrees. Maybe you'll get down in the 40s or 50s occasionally, but for the most part, it's very, very nice and very, very pleasant. With the humidity though, I will tell you this, the humidity, the beach wind, all that kind of stuff, you can have some really bad hair days.
Having a bad hair day.
So I try to keep it short, but hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta go with it. But if it's affecting you, it's affecting everybody, so it's no big deal. Now let's look at the cost of living down here. You know, as far as housing and that, you know, you can live large down here pretty inexpensively. I know everyone said, oh, the prices went crazy. They did. But if you're making a lateral move, say from Illinois down to here, if you want to spend less, you can spend less. If you want to spend more, you can spend more. You can go from living in a, you know, if you want to buy a 55 and older condo that's 15, 20 minutes from the beach, you can get away with spending $100,000 and live in a really nice place, in a nice environment where it's a lot of fun. I've been in some of these places, it's like that movie Cocoon, you know? You ever see that movie? And where they got like the Fountain of Youth, they got these cocoons growing in the pool. Well, they don't have that going on, but it's like a big party. It's like a lot of fun. These people are out here having fun. They're out doing activities every day. They're not just holed up in a room watching TV. They're living to their extent. I mean, I go and I play tennis with people that are in their 80s. It just amazes me. And not just a few, there's a lot of them out there. They're playing tennis, they're playing golf, they're active, they're vibrant, they're living life, you know? So that's one of the things I really see down here. It's really kind of cool. But as far as the cost of living down here, like I said, you can buy whatever you want. If you want to live on a beach, you can probably spend quite a bit more money, probably a few $100,000, at least 500,000, 400 or 500. If you want to live in, you can live in a high rise, you can buy houses. The price points are all different depending on where you are in Florida and how close you are to the water. So it's very, it's really on par with what the prices are in Illinois. The good thing about here, we have much lower taxes. Our tax rate, like the tax rate multiplier on real estate, it's like a 1.1, where Illinois, it's like a 2 in Will County, and it's a 3 in Cook County. So their taxes are easily double and almost triple of the assessed value in Illinois versus Florida. Now, the one thing that you will pay more on down here in Florida is insurance. Homeowners insurance can be astronomical. And the way to combat that is to have a property that maybe has better storm protection, a newer roof, storm windows and doors, that kind of stuff. CBS construction, so you want to block construction. So I've seen properties where they have, not CBS construction, say a frame with stucco on them, and maybe it's a 2,800 square foot house, and they're paying $8,000 a year for homeowners insurance, and that's a lot of money. I don't care how you look at it. So you really have to pay attention and look at your insurance costs on the property that you're buying down here. And if you're working with me, I'll help you with that. Housing, about the same, but the insurance costs are more, but the real estate taxes are much, much lower than they are in Illinois. So let's look at other taxes. In Illinois, you have about a 5% income tax. In Florida, there is no state income tax. As far as sales tax in Illinois can range from around 7%, 8% up to, I think in Chicago, what is it, like 10.25%, which is absolutely absurd. So your taxes in Illinois are much higher because the tax rate down here in Palm Beach County is around 7%. And to me, that's not bad at all. And that's really a consumption tax, and I'm okay with that. Now let's look at food. So one of the things that Illinois and Chicago in particular has is it has great food. It really does. And one of the things that I had a hard time finding down here is a good beef sandwich, and also Chicago-style deep dish pizza. Now I found a couple places. They're close, but they're not quite. There's one place called Chicago-style hot dogs. Their hot dogs are, I think they said they model them after Judy's hot dogs. They're pretty authentic, I would say there. And then they have a beef sandwich. They have the Vienna beef. The only thing that I would say they could do better on is their bun. And it's just the regular Vienna beef. So it's not like getting a Portillo's. It's not like getting a Buena beef or Pops, but it's pretty good. Their Jardiniere is pretty good too. So I'm going to give them, like, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give them 4 stars. And I'm glad they are at least trying. And they get a lot of people coming there from the Midwest to eat their beef sandwiches. Now I know Portillo's is open up, I think, in Orlando and up in Brandon. So they're probably heading this way soon, but they're not here yet. But that makes me probably live a lot healthier lifestyle, not eating beef sandwiches every week with cheese fries. But as far as restaurants, we have the best seafood anywhere. If you want fresh seafood, I don't care if it's fish, you want a grouper sandwich, some snapper, whatever, some mahi, whatever it is, sushi, it's everywhere you look. You can get fresh fish at all these restaurants. A lot of them, you can bring your own fish in and they'll cook it for you. So fresh fish available everywhere, much healthier. But as far as beef sandwiches, it's tough. I mean, I did go to another place I went to, I thought, when I first got down here, and they had this, it was like a New York type deli, and they gave me what they called a beef sandwich, and it was like thin sliced meat stacked just flat on top of each other. And then they put some cheese, I think it was mozzarella, and then they put, I don't know, some pepperoni peppers. It was terrible. I really almost, I don't even think I finished it. It was so bad.
What is this?
But, when you're used to the best beef sandwiches, everything else just doesn't stack up. But I will tell you this, I'm living a lot healthier living in South Florida. And speaking of that, I lost weight when I moved down here because I was exercising all the time, going to the beach, working out, doing those types of things, and eating a lot healthier. So I got a lot healthier just living down here in South Florida. So let's talk about something that comes up and people will say, oh, Florida has terrible traffic. And I kind of disagree with them. Yes, there's some rush hours. Yes, you get on 95 and, there's these high-speed wrecks. You have, I don't know what it is, but people like to drive really fast down here. And if you're used to getting speeding tickets in Illinois for going like 5 over, that doesn't happen here. I think you have to be going 20 over in a school zone to even get a speeding ticket in South Florida.
Sir, do you know how fast you were?
Just kidding. So there is traffic, and they do have some high-speed wrecks, but it's nothing like Illinois. It is nothing like it. The highways here are very wide. 94 is, or 95 has 4 lanes. Traffic moves along. It's just during the rush hour times it can get bad, maybe sometimes on the weekend, but unless there's a wreck, it's moving pretty good. Now, when you get into areas like Miami and Lauderdale, it can get pretty packed up there, but it's not all the time. Chicago is like, unless you're driving at 4 in the morning, it's packed, and there's no way about it. So it's, you just plan for it. One thing you don't have here, which I was used to in the Chicago area, is the abundance of semi-trucks. There was like 9 gazillion semi-trucks. I lived in Elwood, Illinois, which is the largest shipping port inland shipping port in the world, and it was absolutely ridiculous, the amount of semi-trucks and warehouses there. You don't have anything like that here. I mean, you see them, they're there, but not like one after the other. Matter of fact, at times I think there was more semi-trucks on the roads there than there was cars, so nothing like that here. Oh, one thing, we have beautiful beaches here. Now, I know you have Lake Michigan in Illinois, and there's a lot of outdoors and stuff, but look at this. This is December 1st. It's about 70, I think it's like 74 out right now. We had some rain come through. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a beautiful day. This will probably blow over and it'll be nice and partly cloudy or sunny out there. I actually kind of like the overcast days, but it's absolutely beautiful. As I said before, all the activities, you can go, fishing. I took up fishing down here, tennis. There's tons of golf. You want to go snorkeling, diving, anything you want to do, you can do it right here. And it's just an amazing place to live. And not only just the ocean, you wouldn't believe the amount of parks here. The state parks here in Florida are off the charts. It's absolutely amazing how they keep their parks. They're clean, they're beautiful. Sometimes they do charge you to go to the parks, but I think it's worth it because they're so beautiful and clean and pristine when you go there. It's absolutely amazing. If you get up further up towards north of Tampa and stuff, there's a bunch of springs that they have, these natural springs that they have that you can go and see and enjoy. The water's like, 68 degrees or whatever it is, I don't know, but it's very refreshing, beautiful. You can almost drink the water. I wouldn't, but it's that clean. Oh, another thing you want to keep in mind is how clean Florida is versus Illinois. Now, Illinois, the medians and the highways and even driving through the cities can be filthy, filthy dirty. I mean, trash everywhere, blowing all over the place. This is not like that. It's absolutely beautiful here. They keep it clean. The highways are clean. You don't see trash laying all over the place. You might see it, but it gets picked up. Let's talk about opportunity down here. The opportunity down here in South Florida is incredible. It's like a think tank down here almost. There's new startups going on. There's big businesses down here. They've actually packed up a lot of their things from New York and Chicago and moved down here, a lot of these big companies. It's a business-friendly environment. If you're wanting to start a business, any type of service business would go over great down here because there's a lot of older people that they don't do anything themselves. They pay for it. They pay to have people come remodel. They pay for people to come fix things. If you're a nurse, a doctor, anything, any type of service that you can provide, it's rewarded down here, especially if you do a great job. So if we really want to talk about what my view is after living here for about 2.5 years, Florida is a much better lifestyle. It's a much better way of life. It's a healthier environment. Now, it's not for everybody, but people are out here doing things. They're out here living life. They're not just, in the house watching TV. They're out having fun. So if you're looking to move down here, there's something for everyone. I mean, you can go from, $100,000 condo in a 55 and older. I mean, you can rent down here pretty inexpensively, but a 55 and older, $150,000 condo with a lot of amenities, pools, tennis courts, pickleball, all kinds of things. Or, if you want to step up your game, get a beachfront condo, you can do that. something on the intercoastal. You can get single family homes here, anywhere from that 300,000 range up to, you know, you can spend millions. But it's all what you want and what you're looking for. What is your lifestyle? You know, what do you need? As I've gotten older, I'm more minimal on what I need. So, but whatever it is, we've got something for you. And if you are thinking about moving down here, be sure and reach out to us. Just give me a call, you know, pick up the phone, or shoot me a text, or shoot an email. I'd love to talk to you. We'll have a conversation. And if you are making the trip down here, we'll get properties set up for you. We'll just set up on a search, and we'll go out and look for the right property for you. I'm Realtor Ray Petrick. I look forward to hearing from you.